Why is my ex reaching out to me? And a lot of times it's through comments on Instagram, it's through text messages, it's through phone calls. They're trying to add me back on Snap. They unblocked me. Now they're trying to follow me again. They sent me a message. They called me in the middle of the night. Why is my ex reaching out to me? And listen, majority of the time, it's because they nosy. And what I mean by they nosy is they want to see how your life has progressed after you guys are no longer together. And there's a reason for this. A lot of people put value in what they can bring to a relationship. So if I'm with you and you're doing good, when I leave, the only thing that's going to make me feel better is to see you struggling after I left, because that validates how valuable I am. So if I'm with you and we're thriving, you're doing well in business and everything's going good, and then we break up and you hit rock bottom, things aren't going well, you're struggling, then that lets me know I was the thing that brought you to where you are. I was the person who motivated you. I was the one that built you up. And a lot of times it's an ego thing. So they want to see how you're doing and where you are in life just to try and validate their self-worth. But there's another thing that people that they like to do. They like to test to see if they still have a foot in the door. And as much as we want to believe it, just because you break up with someone does not mean you stop loving them, you stop caring about them, and that you don't want them anymore. That's just not realistic. Many times people break up out of relationships, and normally it's one-sided. It's either the man don't want to be with you or the woman don't want to be with you. It's one of the sides. So sometimes the person who is left is the person who wanted to sustain the relationship. So sometimes when they reach out, they want to know, do I still have a chance? And they throw out breadcrumbs to see if you eat the breadcrumbs. So it may hit you with a little text message, hey, how have you been? If you don't respond, they know that it's done, it's over, we not cool no more. They probably aren't going to even try again. But if you respond and say, hey, I've been doing good, I've been great, how you been? You start a conversation. That gives them hope that there's still a possibility that in the future y'all can have a relationship. Or it could be more than that. He may be like, okay, if I can still talk to her, then I can talk to her enough to still get in them pants. Or it may be a woman who's like, if I can talk to him enough and flirt with him enough, maybe he'll let me come over tonight. And maybe if we do something together, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll rekindle that fire and then I can have him again, even though he didn't want me in the past. So a lot of times when they do this, listen, they're trying to see if they still have a chance. They're trying to see if that door is still open, if they could possibly make a move to get back into your good graces and get back into a relationship with you. But one thing that I tell many people, depending on who it is, if you left a relationship amicably on both sides, it's cool. Like, you can still have those conversations and so on and so forth. It is what it is. But for those of you who went through a traumatic breakup with this person because they deceived you, they manipulated you, they lied to you, they cheated on you, they hurt you, they broke you, they did something like that, you cannot allow that person to enter your safe space. Because I see many times is that the heart wants what the heart wants. And sometimes what the heart wants is not a good thing for you. And I've seen many men and many women sit here and break up with something that wasn't good for them just for that bad thing to reel them back into dealing with them again. And that's because they allowed the line of communication to be reestablished, because they were lonely, because they were broken, because they missed that person, or maybe they convinced themselves in their head that what the person did wasn't intentional, or maybe it really didn't happen. Maybe they overthought it when the reality is the reality. So a lot of times, a lot of people, they'll sit here and be like, well, yeah, she cheated on me or he cheated on me, but we can be friends. That's a trap. And y'all leave a line of communication open for y'all to have a conversation. Next thing you know, you staying up on the phone talking to her till 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, you got to be up at work at 6 o'clock. Y'all rekindling those feelings. You getting that fire burning again, just for the same things to happen all over again. So listen, majority of the time, the reason why a person or an ex is reaching out to you is one, for their ego, to see if you're doing better without them than you were with them. Or two, they want to know, is the door still open for them to try and make a move with you, whether that be in a relationship or whether that be with sleeping with you. So that's the reason why your ex is hitting you up.